Just who are you and what do you do with TFT?
Okay, so my name is Bruce Ramsay. I'm a retired firefighter and now a critical incident stress management trainer and coordinator, certified traumatologist. And one of the things that I use and use frequently in my work is thought field therapy. And I want to tell you how I came to thought field therapy. I was doing work in First Nations communities, and there's a lot of unresolved trauma in First Nations communities. And so teaching the material, which I always knew was very good material and was helpful to people, unfortunately means that people get triggered to trauma, and we're getting quite a bit of that in classes. And so being smart enough to know that I wasn't traumatizing them, but they were being triggered by the material, we would nonetheless have people who had significant emotional, whatever the right word is, they said they were breakdowns, I call them breakthroughs, but that's another story. But they would have literally meltdowns in class. And so I didn't have any tools available to me to help them. So I was actually going to quit, and I ran into Dr. Bray, serendipity is real, at a conference we were both at. And I told Dr. Bray this story in exactly the same way that I just told you, and that I was going to quit teaching in First Nations communities. And he said to me, "You should do thought field therapy, Bruce." And I said, "Well, I can't do that, Dr. Bray, because I'm not a doctor, I'm not a therapist, I'm a firefighter." And he said, "It doesn't matter. It is therapeutic, and there's no question it's therapeutic, but anybody can do this as a self-help tool." And so he demonstrated with me, and I have significant trauma in my life as a firefighter, and he fixed a couple of things for me that were 15 years old, and it blew my mind. And so as a result of that, I went and took the basic training with Dr. Bray in Montreal, Canada. And it was certainly one of the most significant events in my career doing trauma work, because as a result of that, I was able to continue doing work in First Nations community, teaching the class, and when people would have their, quote, meltdown, thought field therapy would allow them to get control of that, to resolve it very, very quickly, and continue with class and learn and make changes in their life. And I have been doing thought field therapy now since I took that first course with Dr. Bray in Montreal, and I believe it was 1998. I've gone on and taken most of the other training that has been available through Callahan Techniques of thought field therapy, and it is without question the best tool I've come across in over 30 years of doing crisis trauma work, in terms of helping people to get very rapid reduction, especially in my field of trauma. So I have to be careful and start talking about TFT, because I can get evangelical, and I don't think that's the right thing to do, but it's that good. It really is. So I'm a huge voice for thought field therapy. I never teach a class where I don't mention it. It is better than sliced bread. I'm just going to say that. So there you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.